Okay, today I'm going to show you how to create a web page using the simplest piece of software you have on your computer. Okay, and that software is Notepad. Now the way you find that, you're going to go to Start, All Programs, Accessories, down to Notepad. Now you may have a Mac. I'm sure Macs have something similar. It's your basic simple text editor, the simplest thing that you got. All right, now what we're going to do is we are going to actually start working on HTML coding. This is very, very simple computer code that we're going to be writing. Now, computers have certain rules. One of the rules is that whenever you put something in a caret, like this, that's for the computer. It doesn't share that with you. Okay? So what we have just done, we've just written our first command, okay, and that is HTML. All right? Hypertext Markup Language. It is the simplest command there is, and basically all it's telling the computer is, yeah, this is a web page. Now, one of the things about these tags, okay, and a tag is a little command that's enclosed in two carets, is that they always also come in pairs. You have the word HTML, and then later on at the bottom of the web page, HTML close tag. All right, so you open the tag, you close the tag. All right, and that is your basic, most simple. Now we're going to create a web editing environment here. I'm going to go File, Save As, and I'm going to call this, you notice how it says, can you save it as text? No, I don't want to save it as a specific text document. I want to save it as all files, and I'm going to call it index.htm. Now the dot indicates the file extension. The HTML at the end is called the file extension, and that tells the computer what, and I'm sure I just blew out your eardrums on that, sorry about that. All right, it tells you what kind of software you need to open it up. Now I'm going to drag, if you minimize this, you'll notice on my desktop I have an index page right here, which I'm going to click on. And that should open up, and you notice that it's completely, totally blank. That's because we didn't give any instructions. Up here in the blue, it just has a lot of garbage telling you where it was and what the file was named. Okay, and down here it's completely blank in the white area. All right, so let's put something in there. And the next two types of tags that you need to know are very important because they have actual code that's going to wind up being on your web page. And the first tag is the head tag. Open caret, H-E-A-D, close caret. And just to make sure that this is clear, I'm going to hit tab a couple times so I have a little space. Open caret, H backslash, H-E-A-D, close caret. All right? And that is the head of my web page. Now what that does is the head, again, just contains information for your web browser. It doesn't really do anything that your user is going to see. All right? So in here I'm going to, well, after the head, I want to talk about the other main tag, I think, before I actually talk about what goes inside the head, and that is the body tag. It's open, B-O-D-Y, close tag, and then I'm going to kind of scroll all the way down. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to put this right above the HTML because the body tag is going to be the next to the last tag that you close. All right, whoops, body. Okay, so I got my head tag and I got my body tags. All right, now in the body, that's where your web page is going to actually be. But in the head, there is one tag that I want to talk about today because it does do something that's kind of important, and that is the title tag. So you open caret, title, close tag, and then I'm going to call this my really cool web page. Exclamation point. Open caret. Now remember, every tag, this is a title tag. I opened it, so I have to close it. Backslash T-I-T-L-E. Close caret. All right. Now, folks, you will find that you will do things like forget the slash, leaving off the. Every time you do that, you mess it up a little bit. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay, so we're going to go File and Save, and I'm going to go back to my web page, and now watch this blue bar right at the top of the web page when I hit refresh. Now if you're watching very carefully, you notice that suddenly it now has a title display, so it displays the title. All right, and so that's the first thing you did. So that's kind of cool. I'm very proud of myself. All right, but I still haven't actually accomplished anything because it's a completely blank web page. I want to put something in the body. So the first thing I want to put in the body, I want to put in some text. Well, so the way you put text in, raw, plain old simple text, is this way. Open caret, P, close caret. Okay, this is going to be the first paragraph. And I'm going to put in the words, this is really cool. And close the paragraph. There we go. All right. So you notice I forgot. Now see, this is a good example of a mistake you can make. I forgot to put the backslash before the P. So I'm going to put that in right now. So this is really cool. Backslash P. All right. So I'm going to go File, Save. And I'm going to go to my really cool web page. I'm going to hit Enter. Ta-da! Isn't that amazing? I just put my first 4 words on my web page. All right, there are all sorts of different ways of formatting text. We're going to talk about some of the simplest ones right now. I want to move this along pretty quickly because I don't want to go over the 10-minute YouTube rule. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about headings, and that's it. Open caret, H1, not H1N1, H1, close caret. This is H1 text. Now what do I have to do? That's right. I have to close my H1 text. Caret backslash H1. Now, I've been working for a little while, so I'm going to kind of do something. I'm going to go File, Save As, and you see how I said index? Instead of saying save where it automatically says, I'm going to go index2.htm. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to make sure that if I screw something up, I haven't lost everything I've done to this point. So let's hit save. And then I'm going to minimize the screen. Let's see. Oh, there's index 2. Open it up. And this is an H1 text. Wow, isn't that cool? It's really, really huge. All right, well, let's try this one, okay? Let's go. And I know you guys are saying, well, gee, Mr. Rasconi, why don't you just copy that line and then edit it? You need to get in the habit of typing things over and over again. And the reason I'm saying that, you're young, you need to train your neural pathways to do this. So I'm going to put an H2 tag. THIS is H2 text. Okay, that's an actual heading text. Boom. File, save, and that should have automatically updated this. Boom, that's H2. Now it's a little bit smaller. Doesn't get bigger, it gets smaller as the numbers go up. And boom, H3 text. And we'll go open caret backslash H3, close caret. And I'm just, because I want to get all 4 of these done, H4 caret. This is H4 text. All right, open caret backslash H4, close caret. And let's see what we got. File, save, boom, there you go. All right, isn't that amazing? Alrighty, that concludes this first part of our tutorial. We're going to move on and we're going to talk about a little bit about text formatting next.